Ahead with your first question.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Veria Ayawali from Rehan School Teachers Training Institute, Batch 24, Level 1. And today my topic is what is gratitude and how is it connected to mental health. And Maya is with us. So, hello Maya.
Walaikum assalam. I'm so glad to be here. So, gratitude is basically the act of pausing to recognize the good things in your life, whether that's something huge or just a really great cup of coffee. When it comes to mental health, it's like a workout for your brain. By intentionally focusing on what's going well, you're essentially training your mind to look for the positive, which can lower stress and help you bounce back faster when things get tough. It turns out that being thankful isn't just a nice habit, it's actually a bit of a superpower for your mood.
How can practicing gratitude bring positive change to our daily lives?
It shifts the whole lens you're looking through. Think about that moment earlier when you said you're grateful for your head. When you lead with that, the small annoyances of the day just don't carry as much weight. It turns a bad day into a day where a few things went wrong, but it's still okay. It basically stops the brain from spiraling into everything that's missing and reminds you of what's actually there.
Can gratitude help reduce stress and anxiety?
Absolutely. It's kind of like a biological off switch for stress. When you're anxious, your brain is scanning for threats, but gratitude forces it to switch gears and focus on what's safe and good. It's hard for the brain to be in panic mode and gratitude mode at the exact same time. So it naturally brings the volume down on that anxiety.
How does gratitude improve our mood?
It's all about the brain's own chemistry. When you feel grateful, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, which are like natural mood boosters. It essentially creates a positive feedback loop. The more you notice the good stuff, the more your brain wants to find it, which keeps your mood lifted even when the day gets a little messy.
Is there scientific evidence that gratitude benefits our mental health?
There is. Psychology talks about something called the hedonic treadmill, which is basically our tendency to quickly get used to the good things in our lives until they just feel normal again. Gratitude acts as a reset button for that. It forces us to actually feel the value of what we have, which keeps our baseline level of happiness from dipping.
What is the relationship between gratitude and happiness?
I'd say they're basically best friends, but gratitude is the one who does most of the heavy lifting. Most people think happiness is the cause of gratitude, but it's usually the other way around. Happiness is often a fleeting feeling, but gratitude is a practice. When you consciously look for things to be thankful for, the happiness becomes the byproduct.
Is it important to practice gratitude every day?
For sure. It's like a mental muscle. If you only work out once a month, you're not going to see much of a difference. Doing it every day trains your brain to automatically spot the good stuff, even when you're not trying. It transforms the boring, everyday moments into things that actually feel meaningful.
Okay, so what's a gratitude journal and how can we use it?
Think of it as a highlight reel for your day. It's just a notebook or app where you jot down a few things you're thankful for. The magic happens when you do it consistently. Usually, people just write down three specific things before bed. Instead of just writing my family, you might write the way my daughter laughed at dinner. The more specific you get, the more it actually sticks.
How much time should we spend practicing gratitude each day?
Honestly, you can't really overdo it. It's more about the quality than the quantity. 5 minutes of Really feeling the gratitude is better than 30 minutes of just listing things. It's in mood shift, not a chore.
Can appreciating small things improve our mental well being?
100%. It's actually the small things that do the most work. If you only wait for the big wins to be happy, you're basically holding your breath for most of your life. But when you start appreciating things like the smell of coffee or a really good song, you're finding these little islands of peace throughout the day. It keeps your mood steady instead of just waiting for a lucky break. Mhm. I'm still here. I think we lost each other for a second there.
How
You
can
good?
gratitude help
Ready
us
for the next
replace
one?
negative thoughts with more positive thinking?
It's basically about overcrowding the negativity. Your brain has a limited amount of focus, so when you intentionally make space for gratitude, you're literally crowding out the negative noise. Doesn't make the bad thoughts vanish, but it prevents them from owning the whole room, turning a spiral into a manageable conversation with yourself.
Can gratitude help people cope with feelings of sadness or depression?
It can be a really helpful tool, though it's definitely not a cure all. It acts like a small flashlight when things feel dark. It doesn't erase the sadness, but it helps people find one or two small, solid things to hold on to. For some, that one small glimmer can be the bridge they need to get to a place where they can seek professional support, which is where the real lasting healing happens. Hmm.
Why can it be difficult to practice gratitude during challenging times?
um, because when you're in the thick of it, your brain does this thing called cognitive tunneling. It's basically a survival mechanism. Your mind narrows all its focus on the problem just to get through it. In that mode, the positive stuff doesn't feel like a priority. It almost feels irrelevant, which makes the act of gratitude feel like a huge, exhausting climb instead of a quick win.
Is gratitude about ignoring problems or about appreciating positive thoughts despite problems?
Definitely the second one. It's not about putting on a happy face and pretending everything's great while your house is on fire. That's just exhausting. It's more about expanding the picture. You can still be stressed, sad, or dealing with a massive problem, but you're also acknowledging that there's something good happening at the same time. It doesn't delete the problem, it just stops the problem from being the only thing in the room.
How can gratitude improve our relationships?
It turns gratitude into a social currency. When people feel seen and appreciated, they naturally want to be more supportive and kind in return. It creates this loop where both people start looking for the best in each other, making the whole relationship feel a lot lighter and more secure.
How does expressing gratitude to parents, teachers, and friends affect us emotionally?
It makes the relationship feel official. For the other person, it's a huge validation that their efforts actually landed. For you, it's just the dynamic from taking their support for granted to actively valuing it, which usually makes you feel more connected and secure.
Thank you so much, Maya, for joining us today for this conversation. See you again on the same channel, The Wisdom Talk. Till that time, Allah Hafiz.
You're so welcome.